happy to be here. Excited. Glad you thought about me. You know what I mean? Come through and talk shop with you.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming up here, man. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but I'm sure it's going to be well worth it. Who was G before I met you in the gym before COVID?
Man, so this is a lot of people in my past know this. People who just met me have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I do got a past. I got a history. I used to be in the street. I used to do my thing. Again, it's not something that I've always decided to talk about or something that I always kind of projected just because it was never something that was cool to me. You know what I'm saying? I was a knucklehead. I made mistakes. I did shit. And it's cool to have a kind of a redemption story, but it was just never something that I wanted to project to have any kind of value in my life or to add any kind of stigma or anything to who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But before that, man, I've always been a very dedicated, hardworking person. I just was very hard headed and like to do things on my own. And I'm still kind of like that now, but when I was younger, I was very, very hard-headed. I had to put my hand on the fire several times in order for me to learn not to do the shit. And even after I got burned, I still would do the shit just because if I could do it, I'd do it. So I was more or less one of those people. So, I do have a record. I did catch a couple cases. My biggest one was the gun factoring case, which a lot of people don't really know about. So, I was going through hard times, man, doing my thing. With my shorty and stuff, with my baby mom, excuse me. And I got caught up in some shit. I was trying to make a move and I was trying to make a play and I ended up getting caught out. So I had to fight that case. That case took about 4 years of my life. Just the case alone. Not even probation, not even anything afterwards. Like 4 years for that case, just to get situated at 10 grand to beat.
Well, before you get into that, I gotta cut you. Before you get into that, because the details matter. Like, how did you end up in the streets, and how did you end up catching that case?
So, I jumped off the porch real late. Like, I had cousins and shit who was already in the streets doing shit, and I was just a fucking honor student. Like, my mom was just like, bro, get good grades and you get what you want. So that's how I lived, you know what I'm saying? I played sports, I got good grades, and that's what the fuck I did. But, outside of the house, I always was around my cousins, and I always wanted to how to I always kind of wanted to be in the street, see what the fuck I was missing. I was just a curious kid, you know what I mean?
Right.
But once I jumped off the porch, like I hate the shit running. You know what I'm saying? I hate it running. Even back then, primarily back then, because my father's Puerto Rican, so my household just primarily all my girls that I dated until like my 30s were Latin. You know what I'm saying? So all my friends and anybody that I chilled around were all Spanish dudes. You know what I'm saying? So. There was knucklehead. I became a knucklehead. I hopped in the wrong circle and wanted to be cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really nothing more to it.
That's crazy. I didn't know you was Puerto Rican. I thought you was black this whole time.
Yeah, so the person who raised me since I was fucking 1 year old was Puerto Rican. So I'm across my father. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And growing up in our household, everything was Spanish food, everything, you know what I'm saying? So, and outside of that, I still have Latin family members that's entwined inside my family member through blood, you know what I'm saying? So so it's not but yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me, but yeah, that's, I, honestly, man, to be honest with you, I really just started fucking with black folks, like, in my late 20s to 30s, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, I was the Spanish nigga, I was just a dark-skinned Spanish nigga to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, most dudes' girls leave them when they go to jail. When you went to jail, the lady that you was dealing with, she stayed around.
Me and my baby mom, she held me down, man. Me and my baby mom had a unbreakable connection. We was young, in love. We was both. She was fucking nuts. I was fucking nuts. We would fight other couples. We was you know what I'm saying? We was one of those. But yeah, I supported my baby mom big time, man. Like, she ain't have to work during her pregnancy. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? So I that was my love, man. So I made sure she was good and taken care of, the best of my ability and shit. And she held me down.
Shout out to her, man. Because most females, they don't do that. They dip on you. About 6 months to a year in, they stop answering the phone after a while.
Nah. Letters, all that shit. She made sure she held shit down. Well, you never know what the fuck going on when you inside and they outside. Right. But at the end of the day, the appearance was she was holding me down. So that's how I'm gonna call it.
Right. Yo, so obviously, if you was in the streets, at least this is my idea, right? If I promised you something, like it looked promising, like maybe I can get some money and I can get here and then I'll leave it alone. Whatever that promise was, or whatever you thought you could achieve, did it actually actualize in your life? Did it ever?
Honestly, I was in the streets for companionship. Like I was in the streets because I just wanted friends. I just wanted to have people to be around. I just wanted to be able to mingle and mix and just know people. You know what I'm saying?
So it really wasn't no goal.
Yeah, nah. Like I had a full-time job. I was making more money than the niggas who was in the street hustling and shit like that because I had a real fucking job. On the weekends, I was with the knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? So I took my paycheck money. Yeah, I took my paycheck money and would go ball out, buy my jewelry, buy ice, buy, you know what I'm saying, buy liquor and shit like that. Just like the rest of these niggas, but I had a paycheck that could show for if anything happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was always smart. Like I never was putting all my eggs in one basket based on the street. The street for me was really like I was already smart, but I had no street knowledge.
How did the judge look at that? Like realizing that you had a job, but you was doing.
Nigga, the judge was like, "You're stupid." He was looking at my shit. He was like, "Bro, you a college graduate? Like, what the fuck are you like? What the fuck are you doing here? Like, this is you just making stupid stuff." I was like, "Man, I was honest. Like, I just fell on hard times and blase, and this, that, and the other." But the judge definitely called me stupid. And even when I was locked up, niggas was in there like, "Bro, you don't belong in here, nigga." I ain't saying that shit. My son used to tell me all the time, like, bro, when you get the fuck up out of here, nigga, don't come back to this bitch, nigga. You don't belong. You too smart to be in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I've been looking at you the same way. But what was the first night like?
I mean, okay. So it wasn't my first time getting arrested, but it was my first time like doing some kind of time. You know what I'm saying? To where I was there more. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't scary or anything like that. I just didn't know what to expect afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So once you get your first day, second day there, now you're like, you just kind of get adjusted. You know, I seen a couple niggas get fucked up first day. You know what I'm saying? I seen a nigga came in. One of his son took his newspaper. He beat his ass right there. You know, it's like a little stupid shit. So you just kind of get the culture. You kind of grasp the culture real fast in there. Like, nigga, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hold your own in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no friends and none of that shit. They made for themselves. That bitch. But other than that, that was pretty much it, man. Like, I call home, let niggas know I was straight and shit like that. You know, my mom wanted to bail. I was like, nah, just wait. Let me get the court case because they're going to lower my shit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just sit tight and all that kind of shit. But that was pretty much it. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, as a dude who was looking to get insight in the street, like, that shit helped me. You know what I'm saying? It was another aspect of the streets that I had to learn and understand and be able to cope with and be able to, I was able to say that I did it and I survived and I was cool and I learned from the shit and you know what I'm saying? So it was still a learning tool for me in life. You know what I'm saying?
So what was that moment? Let me I want to ask this. Take me through that moment where you was like, that realization, like, you know what? Maybe I messed up and I don't want to do this anymore.
I ain't never go through that.
You never went through that?
Nah, I ain't never go through that.
So what ultimately got you to stop playing?
My daughter. Having honestly, so this is what really got me to kind of stop and cut the shit. So that's when my baby moms, like her sister, they had kids. My nieces, at the time, my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. And I watched their parents, I watched their fathers miss their first words, miss their first steps, miss a ton of that shit because I was around while they was in jail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I called them like that, the one thing I was like, bro, I don't want to miss the shit that they miss. You know what I'm saying? So it really kind of triggered to me like, listen, you too smart for this, number one. Number two, nigga, like this ain't even really your thing. You don't have to hustle. You don't gotta be in the streets. You don't have to do none of this shit. This is something that you're choosing to do. Right. It's because you're choosing to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was easy. It was very easy for me to just stop the shit because it wasn't something that I had to do. I wasn't raised in struggle. I wasn't raised in you know what I'm saying? Fuck the poverty and all. I wasn't raised in that kind of shit, so I didn't have to do that kind of shit. I just see my cousins and my other family members and other friends out there having fun doing shit. When we go somewhere, everybody fucking know them. Everybody in the street, so we go to the basketball courts, everybody in the court know them because they from, you know what I mean? Right. And I wanted that shit, man. Like I just wanted to be known. I wanted to have some kind of flair about myself. I didn't want just to be, just a regular person. So
yeah, that makes sense because now it all adds up because I remember. Like when I first got in tune with you, like one of the things I did notice, you was on like a date with your daughter like all the time. Yeah. Y'all always out eating, hanging out in the park. She was with you. Like matter of fact, I almost never seen you post nobody but your daughter. Like, you was always with your daughter. So how important is it for you, like to be in your daughter's life the way you are now? Like,
it's extremely important for me. Just one as a man, just because as a black man, we have a bad rap. We have a bad stigma about being fathers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we already starting. Our start line is back there. You know what I'm saying? So we got to work double hard just to catch up to where everybody assumes that we're good fathers and all that kind of stuff. So for me, like, it was just important that I was present for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It was just important that I taught her things. And especially me being the type of man that I was, I didn't want my daughter to date nobody like me. I ain't want, so I had to instill certain qualities and certain things in her, or just talk about certain things with her, life lessons that would help her understand that, like, even though you see dad doing these things, even though, dad is not the best blase, like, you as a woman, you don't deal with that stuff. You don't let nobody say this to you. You don't let nobody put their hands on you. You don't let nobody call you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just important for me to be there. Again, watching other people's kids get raised and grow up and not, and not have their father. It kind of played a big part. It played a really big part for me to make sure I was around for my daughter and shit like that.
Yeah, man. I think I got two now. I got the same mentality. I'm there every step of the way. I'm there for them talks, making sure I guide them, because this world is messed up, man. You came home from jail and I met you, but when I met you, you shocked me because you had showed me a photo when you was about 300 plus pounds.
Yeah.
So take us through that, like your journey of weight loss. Like what motivated you to drop that weight and be as dedicated as you are now in the gym?
So I was always an athlete. So I was always in really good shape. And I started one of my marketing businesses. And from traveling and spending days and nights in hotels and all that kind of stuff, I was just eating shitty food. Yeah. And one day I woke up and I'm like, bro, like, I got titties. Like, I'm in a size 44. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck going on with my body? Like, what am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm worried about just chasing this bread. I'm chasing these goals. I'm chasing these dreams, and my body's going to shit. And at first, I didn't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wearing suits. You can cover that shit up with suits and spit. You can make it look good. You know what I mean? But when you get naked to fuck and when it's time to go to bed, nigga, like, you still got to deal with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't happy with what I was looking like. So, what honestly caused me to start working out and go through my transformations, because I went through like a depression stage. So I was making money, but the job the career that I had was like, sometimes it goes against your moral judgment. So you make good money, but like morally, sometimes it ain't always. Sometimes like, you want to get that bread, and sometimes it's an old lady, sometimes it's an old man. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. So I was making a lot of money, but I was very depressed. You know what I'm saying? So in order to do that, I just started going to the park. Like, I always wanted to learn to play soccer, but when I was in high school, like, I played ball, and the coach was not letting me play soccer. You know what I'm saying? On the off season, risking an injury and shit like that. So I called one of my friends, and I was just like, yo, like, I need to lose some weight, and I want to learn to play soccer. Like, I want to use soccer as my anchor, as my catalyst to, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened, man. My boy, shout out to my boy Ricardo, man. He came out, he started teaching me drills and all this kind of stuff. And then, his schedule changed, but I kept going. Like, I went online and would find my own stuff to do. Yeah. And I did that. And I went from 300 to 185 in like a year. Doing all calisthenics. This is no gym. This is just all in the park, calisthenics, soccer drills, just push-ups and like sprints and all that kind of stuff like that. And then I started going into the gym. Once the first day I went to the gym, I remember that pump. Yeah. That was it. It was over. That was fucking it, man. I was watching my chest and my arms and all that shit look all swole. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I was like, this is it. And then I went crazy. So when I met y'all, you be what, like, Sticks, I was probably 2 months like into the gym.
Word.
Yeah, I was probably like 2 months. I was real fresh. I was probably 2 months into the gym. But my body adjusted to that shit super fast. Like, my newbie gains was crazy. So I looked like I had worked out for a long time.
That's a fact.
But I didn't. I was only a couple months in. And it was just new to my body, new with the diet and eating and nutrition and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff was new. So my body really just took to it and shit like that. So I kind of got a real big jump start on my body. And I want to say it's genetics, most likely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Genetics got a lot to do with it.
Yeah. So I want to say that, because my first like 6 months working out, when I say I blew up muscle wise, like, I fucking blew the fuck up. So yeah, man. And then honestly, meeting y'all kind of gave me a new. It was cool again because my biggest thing is, and even if you'll notice, like even when you see me, so like I'm always by myself. Like if I'm not with my girl, I'm by myself. I don't really move in the crews. I don't really have a ton of people that I consider like a lot of like friends, and I have a lot of associates and shit like that. But I'm very very cautious of who I be around, and because you never know what's going on in other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And I have seen people get caught up in shit that they got no business being caught up with only because of the people that they're around.
Yeah, I don't know. I want you to, because I think that's a major point. I've seen that too. Very unfortunate situations where people end up in jail. Sometimes they end up dead.
Right.
I don't know if you could share one of those experiences that you.
Yeah. I mean, I won't say no names, but I definitely had a friend. Was cooling. Got a call from one of his other friends or associates or whatnot. They going for a ride. The associate sees his op. Whatever, something happens, he's in the car, now he's an accomplice, and now he's going to jail for, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that kind of, like, once I seen that shit, and it was like, bro, but you ain't, he was like, no, I just made, I was going to fucking work, like, I was just trying to get a ride to work, and you know what I'm saying? And after that, that really kind of made me start to, but again, I never had a ton of people and a ton of friends and shit like that. Like I was never really. I always kept to myself. Like I've always been like that, man. It's a weird characteristic of me, but I've always been like that. Like that's why working out by myself is not an issue. That's why going anywhere by myself is not an issue. That's why going out, doing anything is not an issue for me to be by myself because I've always been by myself, even from a young age.
Trust me, I understand. I'm sure you can see the same thing with me.
Right.
I'm normally when you run into me at the gym, I'm normally by myself.
Yeah, by yourself. Yeah.
I'm really with my family. Yep. I'm by myself. That's just kind of how I like to keep it. Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I think kids really need to think about that, man. I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah, bro. Not just that. To be honest with you, man, not just that. Like when I was younger and I wasn't running around playing around, and I did have like a crew of people I chilled with. Like I got into, bro. I remember my baby. I remember not even going out. Like I didn't even go out that night. And niggas was headed to the park to fight and called me. And my baby mom was in the bed and she was like, yo, if you get out this bed to go fight and you ain't even go, like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm done with bailing you out. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And that was the start of me, like, leaving shit alone. That was the start of me. I would get the phone calls like, yo, you're not coming out this week. Oh, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we got issues, blase, this, that, and the other. And then I slowly just kind of backed away because, I wasn't gonna lose my baby mom over some niggas that I, you know what I'm saying, that I chill with on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Not even on a weekday. Like we chill, like we was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on top of that, even in the crew, everybody had their own clique. Like I chilled with my right hand, and that was the only person during the week that I chilled with, and then during the weekend we all get together, and everybody else had their little cliques and shit.
Right. Yeah, I want you to speak a little bit to this because I know there's a lot of people that's unhealthy, and this is your lane. This is what you do. I've seen you lose weight. I seen you put on muscle, and then I seen you come back down like that. I seen you put on a lot of muscle and then come and got real lean.
Right.
Can you explain to people how important dieting is to the body that you want? Because most people think it's just go to the gym.
And it's not. That's the easy part. All right, so, and this is my profession. This is what I love. This is what I have a passion for is fitness. You know what I'm saying? So people have to understand that it is 90% nutrition. Even your health, like even being sick and fighting cure and all that kind of remedies and stuff, like it's all in the food. If the food gets you in a position, the food is going to get you out the situation.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm very, very, I believe that shit 110%. Most people don't realize that the results they want is in the work that they're not doing. So, you go into the gym, cool, but you're like, I don't want to count calories. That's where your results are. Right there, your results are because you don't want to count calories. You're moderating what you eat, but you're still eating junk food after 10 o'clock. That's what your results are right there.
Damn.
Your results are because you're still eating. You understand what I'm saying? So all the results that you want are the things that you're not doing. So if you slowly take the progress to do those things, nutrition is going to get your body exactly where you need it to be. You can't outwork a bad diet.
I like that.
You can't outwork. I plead that shit to my clients and people all the time. You can't outwork a bad diet. Now, there's people who work out so they can eat what the fuck they want to eat.
Right.
That's a whole different thing. You feel
I'm
me?
one of them people.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And that's cool. Like, I know, to be honest with you, I'm getting to that age
Yeah.
where it's not really about looks for me. It's more much like, I've been a caloric deficit, cool, but I'm going to eat fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I try to eat as healthy as I can because I still have to be an example for my clients and for myself because of what I love. But I'm getting to that point where it's just like, bro, I'm working out because I just want to be able to enjoy food at this point. Like, I don't want to keep doing chicken breast and broccoli and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and all that kind of shit. But yeah, man, the nutrition part of losing weight or changing your body is the most important thing. Like, you can change your body, but it's not going to be what you want it to be without the nutrition. I tell people all the time, you know, okay, cool. You want to burn the fat, but put muscle on. Make sure you're eating nutrition so that way you don't have a bunch of saggy skin. So that way you're not. Because I know people who were unhappy being big and lost weight and were still unhappy because they got skin. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you got to kind of pick your poison. If you do it the right way, you won't have to. And there's a ton of people. Me personally, you know, I was 300 pounds. I still got a couple stretch marks, but I don't have a bunch of extra skin and all that kind of shit from losing the weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it the right way with nutrition and working out. Right. The food you eat, man, is a direct reflection of how your body looks. Straight up or down. It don't even matter about the gym. The food, what you put in your body, and getting your blood work is super important. A lot of people don't think about that shit. A lot of people don't really realize how important that is when you have like vitamin deficiencies in your body and stuff like that because of, you know, because of climate or because of where you live and things like that. And that plays a major role on how, you know, how your body can change depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. So what is, and I think maybe you would convey this the right way a little bit better than me. If there was one word people need to understand when it comes to fitness, what is that word?
Consistency. Especially now, because everything, you know, number one, we're in America, so everything is fast-paced. Everything is, you know, quick food, fast food. Everybody want a quick turnaround, 30-day, 60-day, 90-day programs and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is when you ask people or you ask someone who went from looking one way to looking a complete different way, it never happened overnight. It was 2 to 3 years, 4 to 5 years, 6 years of work. Like most of these people that have these bodies that 90% of the females or the males are looking to get, it takes years to get. It is not done in 60 to 90 days. Can you lose weight and transform your body? Absolutely, but you have to be consistent. People start a certain workout and they don't see the results in 30, 60 days and they change it up. And they don't see the workout there. Like, how can you judge whether you're getting stronger if you're constantly changing your workouts? How can you judge? If you do bench press once a fucking month, how are you going to know whether you're getting stronger or not? You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be consistent on what it is that you're doing so that way you're able to see the results. Make adjustments after that, but you got to stay consistent on what it is you're doing long enough for you to see the results to make adjustments.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you this before we move away from this point. Yo, what was harder? Doing your time in jail or coming home and having to like rebuild your life?
Neither. So honestly, man, like I live in here. I talk to myself a lot. Like this is my world right here. So it takes a lot to break me, to be honest with you. And that's why, you know, I always say I'm built for it tough because, you know, I just love that saying. But for me, going through my life, knowing what I've been through, like I mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do live in my motherfucking head. It is not too much in this world. I done lost cars. I done lost money. I done lost bitches. I done lost it all before and got it right back. And it don't break me. Like I have a very unbreakable spirit, and that's just because like I didn't have nobody to depend on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no older brother. I didn't have nobody to run to. Nigga, like I had me. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I had. And even to this day, I call my shorty right now. And she be like, this nigga talk to himself all day. Like you would think this nigga is having a conversation with somebody in a room and it's just him. I talk to myself all the time. I feel like I got the best answers for me. Who else gonna give me the best answers outside of me? You know what I'm saying?
I like that because that's the second time you said that to me this year. We're going to get into that because I got an important question about that. So you went through the streets, spent some time in jail, you came home, you rebuilt your life, you work in a job. I watched you buy 2 bikes and a car, accomplishing your goals. You got you a beautiful lady, you want her always out doing your thing. And one day you're making a run to the store, tragedy strikes. Cause you to have to kind of somewhat start over again. Can you speak on that? Tell us what happened.
So, you know, tragedy usually happens when you're doing people a favor. I was going to the store to get my shorty kid a fucking pacifier. Yeah, literally 5 5 blocks from my motherfucking house, man. And I'm cruising. I ain't speeding. I ain't doing nothing crazy.
I'm gonna put the video up.
Yeah.
Send it to me so they can see it.
Yeah, niggas just fucking smacked me. You'll see in the video. I flew up in the air, came down, blood everywhere and shit. To be honest with you, as soon as I hit, I immediately started praying to my God. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I immediately started praying to my God. And, the first thing I said was, this is your opportunity to show him how tough and how strong and how you support your children. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I said. I was verbally saying that shit. Like, not in my head. Like, I was saying that shit out loud. Like, rock protect, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling my God, protect me, make sure I live, make sure I'm good and all that kind of shit. But what it did for me, man, it gave me a new lease on life. So many people ask me, like, yo, what do you think? Like, what do you think the purpose of this was? Like, what did you get out of this situation? You know what I'm saying? And for me, in hindsight, now that I think about it, it was just for me to slow down. Just slow down.
That's how you looked at it.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it, because I've always been very ambitious. I go get and do. Like, I don't like to sit around. I don't like to feel unproductive. Sometimes I'll stay busy. Like, busy and productivity are two different things, but I just don't like to fucking sit around. So I'll find something to keep me busy, keep me moving, keep my mind going, starting to learn, starting to study. You know what I mean? And I was never one of those stop and smell the roses kind of dude. Like, I hit a goal, on to the next fucking goal. Like, I don't celebrate the goal. Like, I hit the goal, all right, cool, bet. This is the next goal. We start working to that shit, and we start working to that shit. So I never was I never had the opportunity to, like, bask in my, like, own glory, or just kind of pat myself in the back, or just kind of look and be like, damn, bro, like, look what you did for yourself. Like, look who you are, look what you do. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking accident, that's what it did for me. Having to learn to walk all over again. And it was crazy because I really thought my life was over. They told me it would be like a year before I would even learn to walk again.
And when did you get? All right, so we in December now.
July 7th.
So the accident happened in July, and they told you that you weren't going to be able to walk again.
And they told me
it's a year.
Yep.
And so we in December now, and you not only walking, but you back in the gym doing what you was doing. Yeah. How did you get to that point?
So. Number one, I'm just built fucking different. Just gonna keep it real with y'all niggas. I'm just built different. Nah, I think being, doing Muay Thai, fighting, and being in the gym and all that stuff prior to everything was a direct reflection of that. Because just having muscle mass and being strong and being able to support myself, like even with my upper body, helped me, doing therapy and stuff like that. But for me, it was just, I didn't want to break. Like, I didn't want to fucking break. And I was like, bro, I got training to do. I got clients depending on me. I got my family depending on me. Like, I can't sit in no fucking bed and not be able to walk and do shit for 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? So that was it for me. Like, I was just like, nah, I got this shit. Don't even worry about it. I literally, bro, I did 1 month in the hospital and ortho. Then they sent me to New Britain for rehab. I did 1 month in rehab. Came home. Did 2 weeks of like them coming to my house for rehab for twice, and then after that was it. Everything else was just me. Everything else was me studying. Everything else was just the knowledge that I have from being a personal trainer, knowing how to rehab myself, knowing how to build. Everything else was me, man. And I was walking, fucking, a month and a half later.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, man. Because every time I have a conversation with certain types of people, I'm gonna say certain types of people. I don't want to put ethnicity on it, but I'm always telling people like, yo, your circumstances really don't make you. Like, it's your mentality that make you in your situation.
Absolutely.
So how important do you, look, I don't even want to ask you. Yeah, I'll ask you that way. How important do you think it is for people to have the right mentality, thinking about their circumstances the right way whenever they're in any negative situation?
I mean, that is the determining factor of whether it's going to make or break you. And that's how I look at that shit.
That's a fact. That's
how you look at the situation is going to determine how the outcome of the situation. I've been in situations where I've been down and fucked up and bad. You know what I'm saying? But in my head, I'm like, all right, well, I'm still alive. I still got my health. I mean, I remember one time, bro, I didn't have a car. And my ego was bruised. I didn't want to get on the bus. There was no Uber at the time. Taxis was expensive. Fuck. So I was missing opportunities because I didn't want to get on the bus. And I remember this is where people fail to listen to themselves. If you sit alone in silence, the answers to everything you want is going to come to you. And that's how the universe works. Our bodies and our brains are it knows exactly the same way I tell clients, listen, your body don't want you to be uncomfortable. Your body likes when you are resting and you chilling. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with that fucked up feeling. You got to get comfortable with knowing you may lose. You got to get comfortable with losing. You know what I'm saying? You got to get comfortable with all assets of life in general, so that way it don't break you. And that's kind of, again, that's being in my head. That's just kind of how I look at certain things. Like,
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like this accident for me was a prime example to show myself. Like, people will preach certain things but not really live that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm living my shit. And that's why I put the video up so many times. I'm so numb to watching the video. I'm so desensitized to watching that shit because I watch it so many times. Even when I pass by the street, my shorty like, "Babe, hell no. I can't wait for the sun to come out so I get on my fucking bike. I got no trauma. I'm going to know when I get on a bike if I got trauma or not. That's how I'm really going to know when I get on that motherfucking bike. But as far as passing aside, as far as watching the video, as far as, seeing pieces of my motorcycle still there and shit like that. Like, nah, nigga, I was straight. Like, shit, I'm alive, man. I'm alive. And that's, to me, that was the number one thing. I could see my daughter. I could talk to my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool, bro. Like, but I was like, bro, I'm going to get back. And I got to show people what it looked like to believe in your motherfucking self. I got to show people what it looked like to have a dominant fucking, and I'm not a obnoxious or loud dominant figure, but I'm a dominant figure to myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to prove shit to people, but I will show you what it looks like to be a certain way and to be, you know what I mean?
That's a fact. I'm the same way. I'm not flamboyant, but if I gotta show you, I'll definitely show you.
Exactly. Man. And the accident gave me the opportunity to show people, what you can really do, what your body can do, and a lot of people don't know. When I was in that hospital, bro, I was doing like Dr. Strange shit. Like, I was listening to frequency waves that help repair your body. Yeah. Frequency waves that's what I did for 4 hours out of the day, nigga. I put my YouTube on and I would just put it on certain frequency waves and just listen to them and just visualize myself healing, visualize my body repairing itself, visualizing all that shit happening. And little by little, they was, even the nurses did. It was like, how you get in the shower? Like, how'd you get from here in the shower without ring? I was like, I'm good, And then they started making me. They would go and take out like towels and shit. But like, all right, put the towels in a thing. Let's see you put the side. They was like, how the fuck? Like, how are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I knew, nigga, because of belief. I believe in my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the universe. I believe in my God. I believe in what I know.
I gotta ask you, even though you kind of already alluded to it, you getting back on the bike?
Hell yeah! I still got my 750 in the garage, but I'm trying to. My favorite bike is the one I got in an accident with, so I got to buy me another one of those. R6, that was my favorite bike. I had just got out the shop doing mad miles, so I probably put like $3,000 in miles on that motherfucker, and then had it for a week, and the nigga hit me.
Damn.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get back on the bike. I don't. Niggas get hit in car accidents. You don't stop driving. The fuck?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
people die every day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, the fuck, I'm gonna go regardless. But I'm gonna go how I want to go. So if it's on a bike, it's gonna be on a bike. If it's gonna be walking in the street, it's gonna be walking in the street. But what I'm not gonna do is like not do what the fuck I want to do.
Right. And out of fear. I like that. Fear cripple people, man.
What, man? Bruh.
Fear cripple people.
Let me tell you something. As an entrepreneur, right, and as a person who is an advocate for entrepreneurs, like I have a gift of seeing what other people don't see in themselves, right? So whether it's my ex, whether it's my shorty, but no matter who, if I'm around you, I'm going to push for your entrepreneurship. Remember when we was doing the safe things?
That's a fact.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, maybe we should start doing this shit. The flyers, the rotating, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of, like, that's how I am. Like, I'm big on entrepreneur because I feel like people don't know themselves enough. And people don't dig deep enough within themselves to see what the fuck they're capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really good at bringing that shit out of people. So I'm even better at bringing that shit out myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that's kind of my gift. And it's a curse sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna promote. I'm gonna want you to do your best, to be your best version of you. And a lot of times when you're scared to do certain things, you don't even hop off the porch. You don't even. I know people who have a ton of ideas. I know people who they're great at fucking decorating. They're great at doing all this kind of shit, but they have their fear of being embarrassed. Their fear of not getting clientele. Their fear of being laughed at. Don't even allow them to hop off the porch and do their shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I do not give a fuck, bro. If there's one thing about me that people don't know, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I've my whole entire life I've taken advice and still did what the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I had people tell me all the time, yo, bro, you give the best advice. Like, you should be a motivational speaker or you should be a thing. And I tell them, bro, nah, it's because I fucked up so much. It's because I was so hard-headed and I fucked up so much in my life. I can tell you what not to fucking do or what's going to happen when you do it because I probably did it or was around motherfuckers that did it. So beat the learning curve and let me tell you what the fuck what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that makes sense. I think it's important to look at other people's lives. I was telling bro that I was talking to him last week. I said, man, all our lives is see the example of what to do or what not to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 100%, bro. I mean, shit, I still am dealing with consequences of making bad decisions in my life to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like there are still things that I have to deal with because of decisions I made in the past, and I'm still living with today, and I just gotta fucking fess up and deal with it.
I like that, and I want you to speak on that. You know why? I read something in a book one time. I think it was Dr. Miles Monroe. He said, "The decision is for the moment, but the consequences is forever."
Forever, bro.
So can you give us? You know, what I mean, you ain't got to give us something that's too crazy, but just give us an example of what that looks like. Something that you did in the past that you still got to deal with right now.
Trying to find one that's not like personal.
Yeah, ain't got to be personal.
If I say one thing, people they're gonna automatically know I don't want to have to deal with that shit when I get home.
Makes sense.
Trying to think. Let's see. Okay, so damn, I'm trying to think of one that's not like. I mean, shit. I mean, nigga, not wearing a helmet. Not like, I got scars on my face forever. That shit. But I mean,
what about like your record?
Yeah. Well, okay. That's a good example, actually. Yeah. So, and that's what's crazy because prior to getting the record, you know, like I had a great resume. I already had a degree. Like I was a model employee for any corporate business that wanted me. Once I caught that record, it was done, bro. It was done. Let me tell you something. Being named Gregory, having a white name, got me into a lot of doors. It got me into a lot of doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. Come in and talk. You know what I'm saying? I get in that bitch. They see it's a big, tall black dude, and then they see that felony on that bitch, and that is over. It's over. And that is what kind of. I've always been, like I said, I've always kind of been an entrepreneur when it came to like, you know, in the winter I used to shovel snow, and I used to do break-in and all that kind of stuff. Anything to make money on my own time, on my own way, where I have to spend hours doing something. That's what I wanted to do. Just want to make money on my own time. You know what I'm saying? Support myself. What was that over? Kids don't smoke weed.
Kids don't smoke weed.
Yeah, it was just tough, man. After that, it was tough. I couldn't really get back into like the industry once I had it, right? And it didn't matter. I had several interviews with people who were just real, and they were just like, bro, like you have a great resume, like you have great, you know, experience and shit like that, but like just felony is gonna be very, very hard for you to get back.
It's company policy,
yeah. And that's what it is. They're like, bro, if it was up to me, you know what I'm saying, we'd give you a try. But as soon as the company in the upper see that felony, like it's a wrap. It ain't gonna happen. So yeah, man, that's how I ended up getting into door-to-door sales. That's how I ended up getting into door-to-door sales. Well, prior to that, I was doing it, but that's what got me into the electric portion of door-to-door sales, where I kind of flourished and became a new person.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to somebody about that, but before I even get into that, I got one more question on your you recovering. When I came to see you, you said something that stuck with me, and I think it's good for people to hear this. You said to me, and I want you to like take it away. You probably don't even remember this. If you remember it, well, I'll just finish the question. But as soon as you hear what I'm saying, if you remember that moment, you was like, "Yo, it's crazy how people take just like the simple things for granted." And you said, "Yo, I'm mad that I just can't get up and walk to the fridge like I used to."
Yeah.
What was that? What was the realization in that moment that brought that statement out?
Just honestly, man, just having to be in the bed like, and just like having to depend on people, having to, you know, I couldn't even piss, bro. Like, I had to call, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being very, very vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Being vulnerable with everything. You know what I'm saying? My fucking balls and shit was swole. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. Like, just being vulnerable really opened my eyes, and just, again, just having to sit in the fucking bed, man, not being able to get up and do shit, needing nurses to come over and help me turn myself over, find you know what I mean, find just a comfortable spot for myself, like all that kind of shit, man. Like that beat me down more than anything. Like that shit beat me down. I was, nigga, you can see day 2 after surgery, nigga, I was doing virtual classes. I was doing online virtual classes.
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? So I didn't, like, again. When I tell y'all niggas, I go get it. I go get it. And there's a lot of people who know that. A lot of people that don't. Not being able to get up and go to the gym, not being able to get up and go train my clients, like that shit was so hard for me, man. Like it really, really, I'm getting like emotional even thinking about it. Like it took a lot out of me, bro. And it just made me, like I said, it just made me realize that people take so much shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's almost like you ever get stuffy nose and one side, and you just like, God damn, I can't wait for this shit to clear up. Like, so I can just breathe again. Like people take 2 nachos for granted. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost it was kind of one of them situations where I was just like, damn, bro, like I can't even get up to just do anything on my own. I gotta call someone. I gotta hit this buzzer. I gotta wait for them to come. They fucking babying me. Like I hated the whole process of just kind of being baby, man. Like that shit, it just wasn't up my alley at all.
Yeah, so I think life is fragile, man.
And that's how I look at it now. You know, the accident did 2 things for me. Like I said, it slowed me down, and it made me kind of value time and life a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then it also taught me, like, it also showed me how resilient I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it showed me how resilient. You can talk about it and you can think about it, but when something happens to you and it's time to show and prove, like that's what you know what you really fucking made of.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's what showed me, even though I'm not 100%, but to be where I am right now on my own pace, on my own recovery, like nobody can tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, can't nobody tell me shit about the knowledge that I got. Can't nobody tell me shit about my body. Like I know what I'm capable of after this shit. Because I've seen people with less severe accidents recover later or not have, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because they just want to sit in the bed and they don't have the mental stability and capacity to be like, bro, I got to get up and move. I got to get better. Like, if I don't say I'm going to get better, I'm not going to get better. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just waiting for these nurses to give me pills and all, like, man, fuck that shit, bro. I got all that fucking shit. I wasn't taking no pills, none of that shit. I was dealing with the fucking pain. And even now, when it get cold, like my knee and my hip and I got 16 screws that come across my hip, and then I got a big ass screw that go across my lower back because I fractured my lower back. Yeah. So, you know, when I get up in the morning, man, it ain't no more hitting the ground running. Like, it's very gingerly, it's very cool, calm, and collected. But what it did for me is it really showed me appreciation for life, bro. I'm telling you, when I tell you I do things for myself now that I didn't do before that, like, I'm still as ambitious as I was, but I move in my own pace. Right. So I used to have, like, if I don't be somewhere by this time or in the gym by this time, I felt some way about myself. Now I don't do that. Nigga, if I want to get up and go to the fucking gym, I'm gonna get up and go to the gym when the fuck I feel like. If I want to go eat something that ain't so healthy, I'm gonna go fucking eat it and I just work it off in the gym or do it. Like now, I'm more into just living free. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
And it feels a lot better. I'm not as stressed as I put a lot of stress on myself. Most of us who are ambitious and who want to do things, who want to have things in life, put a lot of. We're our toughest critic. You know what I'm saying? Like we are our toughest critic. We feel like we got to do more. We feel like that shit is kind. I don't want to say it's gone, but that part of me has definitely dimmed down. That part to where, like, I don't even say, like, the grind. I don't even say that fucking word, because, like, when I think grind, I think negative. I think you grinding yourself in a fucking hole. I think you grinding yourself into death. I think you, like, so that word to me has a negative connotation to it, so I don't even say it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm doing what I gotta do to get to where I want to go. That's it. And I'm gonna do that shit on my time and my pace. And I love my life now because I'm not stressing myself out. I got control of what the fuck I want to do, when the fuck I want to do it, and my brain isn't forcing me or pushing me to do things outside of, you know, on its time instead of my own time. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense, man. That's good game. People can soak that up because it's really just your mentality. But
go ahead.
No, if you want to say something, go ahead.
Yeah, I would just say a lot of things in life is just, it's mental, man. Like, if you can build your mental capacity, if you can build your mental stamina, I promise you a lot of things in your life are going to go a lot better, and they won't. The challenges that seem like challenges, you realize are not. When you become a problem solver,
right.
Challenges are easy because you're used to solving problems. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When you, woe is me, and you know what I'm saying? When you get a problem, it's like, oh my God, I can't. No, when you solve a problem, when you're a problem solver, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to call this person. I'm going to have them do this shit. I'm going to move this shit. I'm going to double check on that shit to make sure it's done. And everything will get done same time. In fact, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when you solve problems, you just solve problems. Problems don't become problems. They just become... Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's normal. You got that mentality.
Right. Yeah, the normality of it is you're so used to it. It don't frazzle you. It don't shock you, and it don't put you in a bad position. You just learn to overcome and figure the shit out.
Right. Yeah. I'm the same way, man. Like, I don't sit around and I don't like complainers. I think everybody know that about me. Right. You start complaining for too long, bro. I just don't want to hear it, man. Because either we're going to find a solution for it or you're going to go over there. Right. You know what I'm saying? I hear you out. Right. And I'm trying to help you get to where you're going, but we're not doing the complaining. That's not what I'm about. Yo, but I want to ask you this, right? I see you out with your lady all the time, man. And I remember when I saw y'all post that post when she bought a bike, I said, damn, that's the kind of man every woman want. They want a man that can influence them and push them in the right direction, and they'll love them enough to want to do things that they want to do, not just travel. Every female want to travel.
Right, that's right.
So I want to know, how important is your lady to you, and how do she inspire you?
So let me tell you, man, she's always been a great support system for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a man, I had to learn shit. I had to make a lot of mistakes in prior relationships in order to learn to be the man that I am right now in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I had to fuck up a lot of relationships. I lost a lot of good people. I fucked up a lot of good females. I left a trail of hurt women behind me in order for me to become the man that I am, today. You know what I'm saying? Bro, when I was in that hospital, bro, like, she was there every day. I mean, and I'm gonna be real, like, it dragged me mentally, so I wasn't treating her the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't treating her the best, and she still stuck around and still held me down and still make sure I was good and had food, and and she was super supportive and making sure even when I got home, it was even more of, you know what I'm saying? Because now I'm home, I don't got the nurses, I don't got, you know what I'm saying? So when I gotta get up and pee, I need my can, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm who I am to her because of who I want to be. It's not even, I love her, you know what I'm saying? But it's not her who's making me be the good man. I wanted to be able, I was never an honest, faithful guy ever. ever. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like a whore. Like, I've always been a whore, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to be able to say I could be faithful and stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I didn't want to, I didn't want to. But if I said that I was going to be and I wanted to be able to actually be that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it took time and it took effort, but in the long run, it was really for me. It was really for me. You know what I'm saying?
So like, you feel like you found the one.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. I don't really believe in.
For sure, I get what you're saying. Because you gotta wait.
Yeah, you gotta let shit ride out and see what's really going on. But I can tell from the accident that was a major like landmark for me to have a girl and her support me like that. Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't really had any females who haven't really been supportive of holding me down. I've had crazy ones. I've had really, really great ones. I've had psycho ones. But they all have been like great companions to me as a man. They all been really pretty solid girls. You know what I'm saying? For what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, with you with y'all cheating is, I don't give a fuck. When I need you to do something for me and you get it done, like, that's all I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? But this one is a little different, man. At being an older man, knowing that it ain't really shit out here, man. Like it's not the dating pool and the rest of the way the upbringing of a lot of females is right now and the social media shit and all this woman like I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. So I'm trying my best to be a lot of things that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this shit is a learning curve. I wasn't, and no dish to my pops and nothing like that, but I was never taught how to be romantic. I was never taught buy roses, every couple. I was like, that's the shit I had to see, and I had, you know what I'm saying? And this is where like the social media thing kind of helped in a way because I'm like, all right, well, like I could be the nigga who buy her like clothes, or I could be the nigga that open up an LLC. I could be the nigga who buy her shoes, or I could be the nigga to show her how to open her own business and get another source of income. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
So for me, it was more a choice. Like, who do you want to be? Like, what do you want to stand for as a man in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I told her. I was like, bro, this summer we're not gonna spend money on drinks and liquor. We gotta get these bikes and go ride. We're gonna spend some time on these. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was honestly, bro, I was more excited about her having a bike to ride with me than she was. She was scared. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got her, like, her shit is automatic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't got to worry about no gears and nothing like that. All she got to do is stop and go. You know what I'm saying? And it was fun as hell. I honestly, some of the best things last summer was us going out just riding around town and shit like that. And seeing people sending me pictures of us riding around town and shit like that. Like, that shit was super cool, man. Like, yeah, the older I get, the more, okay, so what I want to say is, I think as a young age, I struggled with companionship. Like, I struggled with that shit because from the streets to who I dated to who I was around, everything I've ever done was always for like companionship. Because I never understood why I felt so comfortable being alone all the time. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't feel comfortable being alone. Most people don't like doing shit by themselves. Most people don't like to be in a room or a space. But me, I'm more comfortable by myself than I am with anybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had to break out of that shit, man. And now I feel like I found my person. And is it a struggle for me? Absolutely. It's still a struggle for me sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But the more I actually work on it and the more a problem solver I become when it comes to dealing with relationships and dealing, and being a certain kind of man, the easier it becomes. So, I do the roses now, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't do it on a, because it don't mean as much, you know what I'm saying? So I hit it with just spontaneous. I do the date nights. I do all that kind of shit.
That makes sense. And speaking of roses, I want to promote her business because, I supported her. And my lady really loved it. And the crazy thing is, she had not taken $1 out of that rose. So what I'm gonna do is real quick. I want to promote her the right way. I want people to see exactly what she do, and you can just tell us what her Instagram is and her Facebook, so people can reach out to her. So I'm gonna grab that rose real quick. All right, so turn the camera so everybody can see. Yeah, so she did that for my wife for her birthday. I just bought her $1,000 in $20 bills, and that was the end result. That looks beautiful.
Yeah, man, she really be doing a thing with these, man. And for me, I'm extremely proud of her. Extremely proud of her. Just watching her kind of flourish and start creating something and mastering her craft, and you know what I'm saying. Like I love watching that shit happen. So to see her finished product, like. Some of the ones she be doing, man, they be so fucking dope. Like I'd be super impressed. So if you guys want a money bouquet, she do money bouquet, roses. She do all kind of bouquets. So Mara on Instagram, So Mara on Facebook. I think it's also. I think all of her socials are So Mara.
If you could spell that, so that
SOSOMARA. So Mara.
Yeah, man, all you brothers, man, hit her up. Get your wife, man, your girlfriend.
Trust me. Get
your shorty, whatever she is, get her one of these for her birthday, man. She gonna be super happy. She do $1 bills, $5 bills, $20 bills. Yep. And if you a rich dude, she do $100 bills. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so. hit her up, fellas, man. She do good. She do great work, man. So super proud of my lady.
She definitely doing it. She handled the business professionally.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I know, obviously,
I don't support black business. I support good business.
Hell yeah.
That's what I support.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't give a fuck what color.
Yeah.
I always, I am big on trying to promote black businesses and do certain things, but, you got to go where the business is good at. You know what I'm saying?
I think black people got to learn and understand business first.
Right.
They don't understand, or most black people don't understand that the customer is always right.
Correct.
If I'm spending money with you, you can't get an attitude.
Right.
You got to make sure that I'm happy at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's been my problems, especially with black hairdressers. Y'all got to get it together. It's real talk.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, man, I think it's a direct reflection. It's both sides, right? Mm. So, as a black business owner, right, you don't go to Walmart and ask Walmart for a discount.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? You don't go to Marshall's. You don't go to none of these spots and ask for a discount or ask for, you know what I'm saying? You pay them later. Like, you don't go to Walmart and get the groceries and be like, oh, I'll be right back. Like, I'll pay you next week when you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they tend to do that shit to black businesses, and I think as a result, the owners are already standoffish when it comes to certain things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think, being an owner is like, all right, well, listen, again, you want to go to Walmart and try to play this shit, you know what I'm saying? So why are you trying to do it with me? So I feel like a lot of black business owners kind of have, it's not a stigma, it's just that we kind of have that shit already painted in our head that people going to try to play us because we black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot of that shit. And like you said, I think it's also knowing business too. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, it's fucked up, man, because I feel like a lot of people don't take black business owners serious for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So I do really try to promote and do a lot of black owned, products and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I get what you're saying though. I do get what you're saying, because a lot of times, even me, I gotta check myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, because I'll just be like, bro, do you want to fucking train or not? Like, what the fuck is the 200 questions for? Like, do you got the bread? Do you want to train? Do you want to do 2 days, 3 days, or you want to do 5? Like, what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? But then I find, I got to talk myself down, and I promise you, bro, there's clients who I've had conversations with for over a year. And then they finally started to train. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of slowed me down and caught me like, people gonna do shit on their own time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They may reach out for prices, they may reach out for information and shit like that, but when they ready, they gonna come ready. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna convince. I don't say you're not gonna convince, but like when fitness is one of them things where you can convince somebody to do it, and they gonna quit. If they're not ready for fitness and to take their life into their control, it don't matter. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter. You can preach blue in the face. You can show them before and after pictures of everybody. It don't fucking matter. Like, until they're ready to make that commitment, you just kind of, you know what I'm saying, wasting your time.
Yo, no, that's true. I absolutely agree with that. Everybody move at their own pace. But this is a big conversation online, especially amongst the red pill and the blue pill. So I want to ask you, there's a lot of brothers in the social media space that's telling men in general not to date single mothers. Or don't be a stepdad. But you're being a stepdad, right? And the mother of these kids, you said, is holding you down. Like I said, I see y'all on social media. Y'all out every weekend. Y'all always laughing. Y'all dress coordinated. Y'all look good together. I just started. I thought that shit was corny. I'm gonna be real. I just started doing that shit because it makes her happy. She like it, so I just said, "Fuck it, don't. What the fuck does it do?" It looked good.
You know what I'm saying?
So
appreciate that.
I mean, it don't matter because your goal is to really make her happy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's all I kind of. I used to hate the idea of even dressing alike. You feel me? But now I just remember she loves this shit, so it's whatever. Like, I don't even give a fuck no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I want to ask you, because again, people they just like, yo, dudes, if you ain't got to, don't date a single mothers. What is your experience like?
Nigga, if you have the choice to not date a single mother, I'm not gonna sit here and play the role. Like, if you have the option
not to,
don't.
Oh, so okay.
Great. I mean, and again, I'm real and honest and sometimes harsh person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have been in relationships where, because my daughter
doesn't live with me, and I only get to see her when I only get to see her when I get to see her, type of thing. Like there was times where I wouldn't do family stuff because I felt like if I can't do it with my daughter, I don't want to do that shit with nobody else's kids. You know what I'm saying? So like, oh, you and your kid, you want, go ahead, I'll give you some bread. I can go out and, y'all go to Six Flags. Y'all can go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to participate in that shit because I don't want my daughter to see that shit online. And you know what I'm saying? And there's things that it felt left out, it felt some tight, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of how I was for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, with my shorty, her kids are older, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a lot of, I'm more of a male figure than, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I don't play the stepfather role. I don't raise nobody else's fucking kids. I'm not doing that. I'm not raising nobody else's kids. You know what I'm saying? What I will do is be a father figure. What I will do is be an example as a man. What I will do is be an example of what, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But I'm not scolding no kids. I'm not spanking no fucking kids. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like what I will do is follow up behind my shorty. So if my shorty tell you to do something,
make sure you get
you understand what I'm saying? That's the role that I play. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to replace or trying to take the stand of anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like they go to their father when they, you understand what I'm saying?
Balance. Yeah, I do understand.
So I'm not. So when I hear that shit, I understand where they come from when they say that shit. Like, bro, if you have the option to not date you know what I'm saying, or take up somebody else's load, like, then don't fucking do it because it's only going to make your life more complicated, difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the idea more so behind that is that the woman is too damaged. But here you are, and I get there are anomalies, right, and some exemptions to the rules, right?
Right.
However, she being a single mom, and you understanding her, you loving her, she loving you, and she being a beautiful person, would you say that it's worth at least giving that single mom a chance before you decide that she might not be good to date at all?
So and be honest with you, it depends on the caliber of man that you are. That's a self investigating type of, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to decide whether that's something you want to deal with or not. It's not about whether the female is scorned. It's not about trying to fix old shit from old. It's not about that. It's about, bro, are you looking to invest your time, your money, your future into somebody else's kids? Because essentially that's what you're doing. That's how I look at it.
No, that is exactly
what I'm saying. I'm looking at it like, okay, they're gonna want to go to. You're gonna want them to go to college. That's college money. One of us is gonna, or two of us are gonna have to come up with. They're gonna want an apartment at some point. We're gonna have to help with that shit. They need clothes. You understand what I'm saying? So the responsibility of dating somebody who has kids is what matters to me more than like the scars and like everybody got their shit. Everybody got baggage. Nobody's fun. Nobody on this earth is fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna find an issue or find something. Whatever. You might find your perfect person, but nobody is perfect as an individual. Right, you understand what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, do I want to deal or put up with that shit? That's a simple question for me. Like, if you a nigga, you don't want to deal with that shit or put up with it, then don't. If you feel like, it's okay. If you feel like she's worth it, you know what I'm saying? Then you do. Like, to me, it's that fucking simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had started dating her and shit was cool, but I was just like, bro, like, I'm cool. Like, you got kids and I'm cool. Like, I wouldn't have done it. I would have did what I did and, went my way. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wouldn't have continued to invest my time. You understand what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
So that's why when they say that shit online, I agree. You know what I'm saying? But it's because of my state of mind. Like, because motherfuckers be looking at emotions and feelings instead of like the reality of fucking life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the reality of life is, nigga, you're going to work, you're going to have to spend your money on these kids. You're going to have to spend your time with these kids. You're going to have to invest shit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's what matters more to me. The fucking attitude and all the flaws and like everybody got fucking flaws. And nigga, like, so fucking what? You can get with a fucking whore who just changed her life. She could have been a whore for 10 fucking years and changed her life, the last 6 months and now you got her. And now she's a great girl to you. You're like, what the fuck does it matter? And I think personally for me, as I get older, some of that shit don't even fucking matter to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Because when you live in your day-to-day fucking life, nigga, like, how many bodies you got and shit? Like,
You
know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, it matters, but like...
Yeah, so I want to ask you that, especially before I let you go. I wasn't even going to go down that road because I live in reality, bro. Everything that's going on online, a lot of these conversations really just be corny dudes.
They do.
That really be. They're not
clickbait and trying to make money off of online. That's yep.
So, and to you, like, how important is a female's body count? Considering if you want to date her, how important that is to you?
I mean, there's a couple things, right? How her pussy feels is you know what I'm saying? Because sex matters. You know what I'm saying? If she been slashed and been pounded on for fucking 10 years, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably not gonna want that pussy. It's not gonna feel as great as the next. You know what I'm saying? As something tighter. So that's just number one. Now again, I'm just being fucking honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Number two, like, if y'all live in the same fucking town and you go to the mall or you go to the store and she gotta say hi to 15 fucking niggas before, like, nigga, like, that's embarrassing. Like, nobody want that shit.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, if the bitch was from out of town somewhere and you bought her, she was a whore in New York and you bought her into town and now she don't know nobody and, like, y'all live in a super comfortable, all right, cool. Nobody knows she was a whore besides the niggas in New York. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it matters though. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm one of these stand up niggas. That shit matter. It matters. It matters. I mean, and the thing is, depending on who you talk to, you're gonna get a different thing from, unless you're a unanimous hoe. Like, unanimously, like, everybody know you for being a motherfucking hoe. Unless you're a unanimous hoe, depending on who you speak to, you're gonna get different stories off. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if that person make you happy, man, and the sex is good, and y'all can live life the way y'all want to live, and y'all building, and y'all accomplishing your goals, like, what the fuck do it matter at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when you get to a certain point, man, like, it don't weigh as much unless you're, like, starting to get into a relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that beginning phase definitely matters, because you can love the chick, but, like, goddamn, nigga, if you hug another nigga in this motherfucking bar and you call her brother or some shit, bitch, like, I'm like, we're done. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how many motherfucking brothers do you have? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was one of them type of situations, like, I'm nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm cool with that. I don't want to deal with that kind of shit.
So let me ask you. I like asking brothers this, man, because I'm trying to help and give the females an insight into a man's mentality, because they miss it. You know, absolutely. As a man and as a fisherman, I understand that when I go fishing, I can't bring what I like to eat. I got to bring what the fish like to eat. Right? Because I'm trying to catch the fish. Right. But I think women, they're not, like, paying attention to what men want and what men demand from a woman. So let me ask you this. And I think this is going to kind of help put it in perspective. As a man that's raising a daughter, are you going to, in the dating phase, when she started to like, when she was ready to date, are you going to, like, encourage her to go out and try different men? Or would you court her through that process and say, hey, find a man that's willing to commit to you first and don't just go around trying different men?
So, and, you know, it's crazy, me and my baby mom, we've had these conversations, you know, we've had some tones of these conversations before. The way that the world is turning, I feel like women are not being taught how to love men anymore. You know see what I'm saying? Yeah. Women are not taught how to love men anymore. They're being taught what can a man provide for you, and that's fucking it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You hear them. You hear them when they be like, "Oh, if a man asks you what can you bring to the table, like, don't fuck with him." But, like, bitch, this is a legit question, bitch. Like, how are you gonna make my life better? Why would I invest my time and money into you if you can't make my life better? This is a fucking legitimate question. Like, what do you mean if a nigga asks you what you bring to the table, bitch? What do you bring into my life? Absolutely. Like, what positivity? Females need to understand, right? This is one of my number one things, right? Because if you want your man to be monogamous, you have to do the things to make sure that he stays monogamous. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, like, if it's easier for your nigga to go out and get pussy in the streets than it is at home, it's going to be very hard for him to be monogamous. If you don't understand that sex is affection, it's going to be hard for that man to be monogamous. Yeah. I tell female, I explain this to my shorty, like, all the time. I'll be like, yo, you a pretty ass female, right? So when you go outside, bitches is calling you pretty, niggas is calling you pretty. when we go outside, like ain't nobody walking up calling us handsome and we don't get you know what I'm saying? So when we get home, the affection is that's the only affection that we really getting.
Right.
The companionship, the affection, the sex, we're only getting that from that one person.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's very important that females understand to learn to cater to a man too. Yes, man. I think that shit is, and it's not. I hear this. Yes. What is it? Yes, woman. Yes, man. Or pick me, like whatever. Yeah. Them the bitches. The pick me's are the ones who get married.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they understand the assignment.
Because they understand the fucking assignment. You want to go out and listen to your single friends, and you want to go out and listen to these bitches online who don't know shit, and they doing it just to get paid. Meanwhile, the chick that you telling not to make dinner and not to fold his clothes and not to do his laundry and not she's getting married.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's getting married. You know why? Because her nigga's happy and satisfied. She's doing everything that he wants, and it's very, very. I think it is extremely simple. Men are very simple creatures.
100%.
Like men, and I like female. Like you go online and people try to make it seem like we're this hard to figure.
No, we're
not hard to figure out at all.
My supervisor told me. He said, "Yo, I asked my wife for the 3 S's: sex, sandwich, and silence. And that's all I want."
And that's and when I promise you. I wasn't this simple always. Yeah. But now that's pretty much it, bro. Like that is it. I don't give a fuck about you buying shit for me. I don't give a fuck about like just fuck me, feed me, and let me work. That's it at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm not. I don't need the world. I don't need you to show the world. As long as I know you love me and you show me you love me in the way that I need to be sure that you love me.
Right.
Then that's cool. I think another problem is a lot of people love how they want it. A lot of people love based on what they consider love and not what the other person considers love. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So, perfect example. So when I first got with my shorty, she liked to spend money. You know what I'm saying? Her love language is like gifts. You know what I'm saying? So she loves buying sneakers and she loves buying she just like buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for me, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I love this. But I don't need this kind of shit. Like I'm simple. I just come home and come give me some hugs, some kisses.
Yeah, that's what we need as a man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I could buy all this shit myself. I don't need none of this shit. You feel me? Like the stuff that I want is intangible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I just want to feel the love. I just want to feel the energy. I just want to know I'm appreciated and I'm loved and I'm happy.
That's
cool.
it. I think that's every man though.
Yeah.
Just make me feel loved. Cater to that aspect of my life. I go outside, I got to deal with all kinds of things.
Right. And that's another thing. I just don't think females understand the road beats us. The minute we walk outside, nigga, we already getting compared to, we already getting beaten down, we already getting drugged, and then if you're a black man, you already starting, we got a fucking 400-year kickback that we got to make up for just to get to the starting line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, we really, really, really are getting beat down in the world. And then when we come home, it's like nothing sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And that shit will break any man. And I always say, if you look at the niggas who's rich, or you look at the people who are super successful, they females are right on, they're partners.
Facts.
They're partners. They're not in a relationship. It's a fucking partnership. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, it don't got nothing to do with this, but there's a guy online that I watch. He built custom motorcycles, right? And what I love so much about his content, the ones I love the most is when his wife's come in and it's just like, oh, why don't you try this? To see that she's in tune with what he's doing, his hobbies, I just think that shit is super fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of females fall short on that kind of shit when it comes to just kind of, injecting yourself into what your man like. Because niggas, we gonna do what the female like. You know what I'm saying? We know you like the fight. We know you want to go out and eat. We know you like the trips. Sure. We know you like the hugs and the kisses and the ass rubs and the hair. You know what I'm saying? But it's when it comes to us, it's fucking nobody fucking knows. It's so hard. Nah, listen, get fucking naked. Come late. It's very simple. Men are very fucking simple, man. It's not that hard, but I just love to see that she's in tune with what he's doing and gives insight and is involved with that shit. I think that shit is super dope. So, I mean, yeah, that's that.
Yeah, man. It's just that simple, man. And I think women, you don't got to study too much. We got to study y'all.
Right.
We got to know exactly what y'all want.
Right.
And for the most part, it's easy. Just pay the bills. Make sure you can take a trip every now and then. or however much you can afford to take the trip, or send her on the trip, or bring her on the trip, and take care of the kids and protect it. It's pretty that it's just that much simple. But for the females, I don't know why it's so hard for them to get in tune with us and just do simple things.
Because the upbringing is different. So I have this thing like with me and my show, like, you know, when we argue or bicker or whatever, I'm like, go ask your grandma. Don't ask your friend. Go speak to some old ladies, and they gonna tell you what the fuck I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But it's these new age females, they selfish as fuck, man.
100%.
Like, they selfish as fuck. And I'm happy that I was able to find the person that I found, and and not having to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm super blessed about that. But
I think the culture got a lot to do with that. And
oh man, the music.
Yeah,
the music has so much to do with that shit. Like the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, let me tell you, I haven't watched TV in years. Yeah. Like, I don't watch programming. I call it programming because that shit programs your motherfucking brain. Fact. And I always tell bitches, I'll be like, bro, look at before Love and Hip Hop came, right? How many times you see bitches throwing drinks on each other? Barely. Never. When that shit come out, the first thing bitches do is throw drinks, throw bottles, fight. Like, and I'm like, bro, since when did females become niggas? Like, when did females become so masculine and so aggressive that y'all having a verbal confrontation, and now somebody getting a drink thrown in their face, and now y'all going to scratch? Like, when the fuck did this shit start happening? You know what I'm saying?
I seen a post on Instagram on Facebook a couple of days ago. Somebody put, I'm starting to think that baddies is bad for the culture.
Oh, absolutely.
I wrote under the post, I said, yeah, it's conditioning. What you thought it was there for. Everybody that they give black people to look up to is doing something bad. Right. They're trying to normalize doing bad in the black community. That's what they're doing.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I hate fucking TV. Right? You wanna know why? Because when I see black people on TV, we're either thugs, gay, single, motherfucking, homeless, like and if we are the businessman, it's a light skinned nigga. It's never a dark skinned dude. It's never a dark skinned dude that's made. And if he is, he's having an affair. Or if he is, he's catching a rape charge. Like, they never put us in a position to see ourselves how we like to see ourselves. They put us in a position to see ourselves how they want us to see us.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And I get, and my girl sometimes she be like, damn, how you notice that shit? It's just because, bro, like, I'm not conditioned to this shit. I know this is programming. So, like, I watch what the fuck I want to watch. If I want to laugh, I put something funny on. Yeah. If I want to, I put whatever I want to inject into my brain and my head, because you're gonna watch it. Everything you look at and you read goes into your brain, whether you know it or not. You understand what I'm saying? So when you sit there and watch your baddies for 15, 20 minutes, and then you get in an argument with your girlfriend and your sister, and you realize you're saying the same fucking stupid shit on TV to your people, like, this is where the fuck it come from. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you get into you got a little issue with somebody, it becomes argumentative, and you gotta fight.
Right. It's like, bro, what happened to discuss? What happened to
talking like human beings? Why not like animals?
Yeah, like, okay, that's how you feel. That's cool. Just how I feel. That's cool. We ain't, we don't have to agree. Like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I don't know, but like I said, I seen one commercial and it fucking pissed me off. And I think it was a bank commercial. And this is why I said single, because the white couple with their kids going into the, you know what I'm saying? But then the black lady is single with a fucking dog.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, why the fuck the black lady can't have a husband and kids and say, you know what I'm saying? Or if they do, it's a fucking white man. Like, it's a mulatto couple. Like, nah, why the black woman can't have a black man and go into the bank with a black child and do the same thing that these motherfucking white couples are doing? Why the black people and why the fucking it's two pretty gay lesbian bitches, but then you got two black niggas that's gay and shit. Yeah, you feel me? And I'm like, bro, why the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, why is it always us? And I genuinely get tired of seeing the propaganda. I genuinely get tired of seeing the program. I get so tired of it, so I don't bother no more, man. And I think not, again, kind of being out the box where it's programming, it makes it easier for me to see how that shit is affecting our community.
Yeah, but harder to explain to the people that's raised with the condition,
right?
And they're part of the matrix.
Because they don't understand that shit. Yeah. That's why they have this whole YN and all this kind of shit. I'm looking and I'm like, bro, in another decade, I don't know what the fuck this world is gonna look like. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got 14, 15-year-old niggas with switches. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then before, and not for nothing, it was super fun because back in the day, you could identify like the thug. You can identify somebody you probably need to cross the street from. You can nowadays, these niggas got tight ass pants on, wearing pink, got all kind of designer shit, and then light your ass up at the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even understand the world, but gotta switch.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man.
I want to ask you this before I let you go. We gotta wrap this up. We gotta come back and do a part 2 because this is getting deep.
Okay.
But I want to ask you this, right? On this same topic, you got a daughter. I watched Shaq the other day sitting down with Angel Reese, and
I don't like that relationship.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's super weird. It's
super weird. Absolutely.
Super weird
and I'm happy that you said that. So check this out, and I want you to speak to this. He said to her, and she looked super uncomfortable in the interview. I don't know if you've seen it. He said, "Yo, if you wear them shorts that you wore on Wild 'N Out, and you put it on a T-shirt, you take some pictures and put it on the T-shirt, you'll sell a lot of T-shirts." She looked visibly uncomfortable, like, yo, why is this grown man commenting on my cheeks like that? And then I thought about it. I said, yo, damn, she uncomfortable because it's normal now, and she don't realize that it wasn't normal at a particular time. But her instincts is like, yo, this grown man should not be looking at me at 22. At she was 21 at the time. At 21 like this. But check this out, and I want you to speak to this. Angel Reese was born in 2002. By the time that she got 10, 12, and was able to really pay attention to the culture, the BBLs was a thing. When I was growing up, there was no BBLs. Right. It was the nice petite girls, and they wasn't dressed all crazy. Remember when Nelly put that video out and he swiped that credit card down that girl?
Oh, what?
BET Uncut.
Oh my God. My God.
I want you to speak to this.
Loved that fucking video. Appreciate you, Nelly. That shit, boy. I used to be in a college dorm watching that shit like, God damn, look at it. What? That bitch, when he swiped that motherfucker, cutting her motherfucking ass cheeks, boy.
Hey, but look, I had to stay up late at night because they wouldn't even allow stuff like that on TV. Remember, it was BET Uncut.
Yeah, that shit came in like midnights and shit.
Right.
Yep.
But now they got rid of the BET and they just got YouTube. So I realized that when Angel Reese was like 10, 12, 13 and started to pay attention to celebrities, all she had was the Nicki Minaj's, the Cardi B's. Right. What do you think they're doing? Because they're the ones that made it comfortable for her generation to walk around like that, not realizing that it really goes against your nature.
Right.
And you will be uncomfortable because grown men are going to look at you. Right. And it's a surprise to her. What do you think about what they're doing to black women and the mentality that these kids are growing up?
So, I mean, if you look at history, to be honest with you, they've always over-sexualized black women. Even from young. And, and this is why, with my daughter, my baby mom, certain hairstyles are a no. Certain things that make her look too old or too grown are no. You know what I'm saying? Because Absolutely. I don't want my daughter to be looking like she's fucking 21 when she's 16. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I don't want, and you can see these fucking creeps slowing down, honking the horn. Bitch, she got a Dora book bag on. She's too young for you, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck? They've always over-sexualized black women because that's what they see them as. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, so what's fucked up is, so you see the white women emulating the black woman.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? With the braids and the BBLs and the way they dress and all that shit, but they don't get the stigma that the black women get, though.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying? They don't get that. They don't get that stigma. A black woman can go out, and whether she's dressed like a whore or Kylie or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The attention she's gonna get and the way niggas are gonna approach her is still completely different than if a white girl had the same thing on and was out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we automatically think that's a rape case. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm cool. Yeah. But you'll go up to the black chick and grab her ass, or you understand what I'm saying? So it's our own. They fed us the way they wanted us to treat our black women.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? They conditioned us. They tried to condition most of us to treat the black woman the way that they want to treat the black woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And me personally, man, I don't fuck with it, but it's a case-by-case scenario. Mm-hmm. Some females feel like if I'm with my dude, I could dress naked because I'm with my dude. But not thinking, okay, you can dress naked because you with your dude, but when that other nigga say something to you, and now your dude got to defend you, and something happened to him or both of y'all, You're not thinking about that
That's
part.
a fact.
You understand what I'm saying?
Dangerous it really
You're not
is.
thinking about how dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Because females live a different life, a different mind state than we do. We're protectors, we provide. So we're looking at exits, we're looking at niggas, we're looking at all this shit.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to not put that on because we just don't want you. We're telling you this because we know what this is gonna bring, what kind of drama this is gonna bring.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
And it ain't throwing no drinks on each other like women use bullets or fists.
That's right. There's a huge difference between a female getting into an altercation and you understand, like, even a verbal altercation, like when you're arguing with a man, like you know what to say to get it to that level if you want to get it there.
For sure.
And you know when it's getting to that level via the conversation before the hands get thrown. These motherfuckers, they can argue for hours and you know what I'm saying? Like it don't work that way with men. It don't work that way with dudes. Either somebody gonna walk away or somebody gonna throw a punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just how it rolls. It ain't. There's no other way when it comes to men. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of females understand that shit. And then it's worse when you go out alone and you dress like that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, I'm not there to protect you. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is going to bring a ton of unwanted attention. Or maybe you want that fucking attention. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, nah. Hell nah. They got to get it together, man.
No, absolutely. I agree, man. Women just have to understand that the world is very different for a man than it is for a woman.
And I think the woman that understand that are the women who treat their men the best.
Facts.
Or are the more nurturing type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I think when they understand that shit, like when you sit down and you try to comprehend, you know, and I think especially when a female makes more money than a man, like I think like that's such a dangerous. It's such a dangerous path, such a dangerous scenario. I think because it's already It's already, as a female, what can you do for me?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's already, what can you do for me? Nigga, if I can do all this shit on my own without you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, then what do I need you for? But the reality is, bitch, why would you want to do it on your own? Even if I take a 50% of it from you.
Yeah.
That's 50% you ain't got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bitch, then go do it all by yourself then. Go ahead and pay 100%. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I just think the thought pattern, the concepts is just too different. But when a female understands, like when a nigga sets foot outside this world, like it's a battle. It is not a calm. Even when it's a cool, calm day, it's never a cool, calm day in our head because we comparing to some other shit we see online. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the biggest things I tried to stop doing when I wake up is to go right online because like initially, as soon as you wake up, it's like judgment. As soon as you wake up, it's like, oh damn, like I want to get my body like that, or damn, I want to take my bitch on a trip like this, or damn, like it's automatic comparison. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I try my hardest to not get like normally I post my workout videos, I post my shit, and then I get the fuck off that shit. I don't really scroll. Because you find yourself kind of falling in the trap. Of what that shit. That's exactly what it's for. Like that's
to make you want what everybody else has.
Yeah, and the thing is, and you know what's crazy about social media is it's just people highlights, man. It's highlights.
They're not showing you the bit, and then you really don't even know what they're doing to get what they got.
Bro, listen to me. I'm seeing bitches that I know don't work. Bitch, I know you don't work, so I know you out there. I know you out there giving that pussy up. That's how you get on all these motherfucking trips. Yeah, they got Klarna and all this shit now, you know what I'm saying? But before that, bitch, you was giving that pussy up. Because there ain't no way you in Hawaii, and then you in Cancun, and then you in Bali, and then you know what I'm saying? Bitch, you got a part-time job at Walmart. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make that shit make sense. Like, I ain't with that shit.
Yeah, I like what you said, though, man. That's a fact, but I like what you said just now. And I didn't want to not highlight that before we close it down. I think the mentality is a part of the conditioning too. A woman is taught if she go to school, become successful, I'm independent. Mm-hmm. A man is taught from a child, mommy, daddy, you get money and you take care of your woman. Mm-hmm. So we were taught from the beginning to just share our money with women, right. But a woman is taught to keep her money to herself. Yeah, so black women don't really see the idea of true partnership.
I'm glad you specified that because it's not women, it's black women. Majority is black women because it's a white woman can have some bread and still cater, paper the shit out of her motherfucking
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like a black woman to get that bread, and this boy, you better not get out of line, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it come with the what can you do for me?
Exactly.
But if it's me and I got the bread, it goes without saying.
What you better do.
Whatever you want,
Right.
you got it.
Right.
So why it gotta be your money is your money
and my money is our money?
Like, why you gotta be that way?
Yeah.
And I think it, because remember that mentality goes into other areas too. They just don't really pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If they don't feel like you're giving what they should get, then they're gonna lack in other areas. They're gonna not want to do for you in other areas also.
So this is my thing with and this is why I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why I always just kind of did what the fuck I wanted to do with females, like in the past, because I don't think trying to say this shit without sounding like a fucking
Man, say how you feeling.
I don't think females care. Like I don't think females I don't think they actually you ever seen a female and you be like, damn, she love her nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever seen that shit before? You be like, yo, she love her dude, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell. I don't think a lot of females actually like their person. I think they fall in love with the idea of the person. They fall in love with the idea of having love. They fall in love with the idea of what the person can provide and all that kind of shit. Yeah. But what a female, what niggas don't understand and what I understood very young is that a female can change her mind in the blink of a fucking eye. Right. You can dedicate your fucking life to this female. I mean, you can work 80 hours, come home, pay the check, and that bitch could wake up one day and just feel different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or a new nigga show up at work and he giving her the 20% that you're not giving her. Damn. Even though you giving her the 80, he's giving her the little 20% that you can't give. You know what I'm saying? Because you at work for fucking 60 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's that. You know what I mean? Like we're not really built like that. We're built to maintain, sustain, produce, protect. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Their ideal is more like they need to be taken care of. They need to be pampered. They need to feel. It's a lot of emotions with females.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot.
That's a fact.
And it's a lot. And this is why when you have an argument or conversation with a female, like you don't. I stopped arguing with females or like stop trying to like
convince them.
Yeah, a long time ago because you just realize like, bro, it don't. You can be A, B, C, and D. These are the examples. This is why this caused this. This is why when I tell you not to do this, don't do it. And it won't fucking click.
No. Because their emotions override that every single time.
Every time, bro. Yeah. Every single time.
As long as they feel it, it don't matter what the evidence is, you're wrong.
Right. So that's why I mean, so fellas, this will give you a trick, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they're feeling, make sure you know that their feeling is validated. Okay? So you upset, okay. You have the right to be upset because you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? You feel how you feel. But you shouldn't be upset because A, B, C, and D. Like, these are the cause and effects of these actions, and this is how this should happen. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't get angry. You should just learn from the situation and maneuver different the next time. That shit don't never fucking happen. Very, very, very rarely.
That's a fact.
Very rarely does that shit happen. But it's just, but I think when you love your person, man, it's just kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta take the good with the bad. You know what
absolutely.
That's what I learned. Like you gotta take the good with the bad. Like, anything ain't gonna be gravy. You gonna have to take some bullshit. She gonna have to take some bullshit because you ain't gonna be 100. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
But that's that, man.
Yeah, that's some good advice because that's what a relationship is like. Most people, like you said, they got ideas in their head, and it's separated from the actual process.
From the reality of what's going on.
How it actually works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Relationship, and then at the end of the day, you might not be able to get away from that aspect with your lady, and I think it'll bring some imbalances. But there's some balance there because some of their other qualities make up and make it work going through all that madness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just understand your lady's an emotional creature. She primarily operates through her emotions. We operate through our logics. That's why we built the whole damn world.
Right.
The bridges, we're built to solve problems. So we gotta think. We can't wake up tomorrow and be like, yo, it's too cold outside. I can't go and pave the roads. Niggas won't get to work.
Niggas won't get right. How the fuck niggas gonna get around?
I know it looks high and I might fall off and die, but I still gotta go take that risk and build that bridge. Right. And we've always sacrificed through our history.
Absolutely.
Men has always got up and said, I know this is kind of bad for me. I might go out here with this gun in this war and die, but it's good for my family. These dudes ain't gonna come over here and rape and kill. And we always made that sacrifice. Absolutely. That's history.
Absolutely.
So I get it. I ain't tripping on that.
But so our definition of what a man has never really changed
Never.
over time. The female definition of what a female should be to it has changed changed drastically over the time, and and that's why, honestly, prior to my show, that's why I always like older women. They love let me tell you something. An older woman will find more reasons to stay, and the younger ones will find any reason to fucking leave.
Yeah, that's deep.
Like that, that. To me, that's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? That old time love, that old time, like, I don't want to have to get to know somebody else. That old time, like, nigga, there's no breaking up. There is no leaving. Nigga, it's us until it's fucking over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I like that love.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I like that love. Yeah, we might have to go through some shit. We may have to fight some battles. We may have, but I like that love, though. I don't want the, like, soon as shit fall apart, soon as shit get it, like, you know what I'm saying? We were breaking up, we aren't leaving and shit like that. And that's a lot of the reality is, today, especially if the female got money.
And that's unfortunate because it's because they realize that I'm not as good looking as I used to. I ain't really got the time to really be bouncing back and forth. Those days are over. I got to really lock in now and deal with the process because that's relationship though.
You see, I think women don't understand like the value of if a man can make money, his value is always going to be high.
Facts.
Whether he's ugly or not. Right. Whether he can dress or not. If he can make some bread and he can be productive, his value is always going to be high to somebody.
Yeah.
Females, with time goes, they don't realize it, but you go down in value.
Oh yeah.
You depreciate in value. You know
absolutely, because your value is just your looks, really.
Right. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna look at the camera and say this. At the end of the day, most men don't need a woman to live a functioning life. Most men know how to cook. Most men know how to clean. Most men know how to, get what they need. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A woman is it's just extra. It's just having a companion that will do all these extra things for you with love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a necessity. It is not a necessity. Most men don't need a fucking female. Majority of the time, most men start to see like, bro, this is just a fucking hassle for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just spending extra money. And me and my girl jerk. I joke with her all the time and shit. Like, if I go out and eat on myself, I was like, yeah, that was only $35. And she's like, yeah, you love that shit, huh? Like, yup, nigga, it was just me. Like, I have to pay $300 to bring your ass with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I joke all the time with that shit. You know, so I love going out with my shorty, by the way. So that's not, but it's like I said, it's still money that we got to give up just to spend time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
So yeah, man.
It was a great conversation, G. I appreciate you coming.
Man, thank you for having me, man. I love doing these type of things, man. This is fun.
And we got to do it again. There's a few people. I got two. I think I'm gonna do it again with everybody that came so far. But I appreciate your wisdom, you sharing your story. I think I'm gonna name this one "From the Streets to Stability."
Yeah,
how that
man.
sound?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna name it.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I know you say because I know you say you usually go through the people's Facebook stuff and you couldn't really find too much of my life on that stuff and shit. So I was gonna bring some paperwork for you, but
next time, because look, I wanted it to feel organic, so everybody know. Like I didn't really have much notes. I didn't have nothing because all I knew was that you worked out. I met you in the gym, and then when I asked you to come on, you like, yeah. And I said, yo, I don't really know much about you because your Facebook is dry.
Right.
And you started to explain what you was doing before. I said, nah, stop. This is interesting.
Yeah.
I wanted it organic. I want everybody to hear it for the first time. So everything y'all hearing from him outside of the gym, y'all heard it. Y'all hearing it for the first time, just like I'm here. I did not know this. I knew him for about 5-6 years now. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time I've heard that part of your story. Because you're not flamboyant. You're not like, yo, I was a gangster. I was out here.
I don't. Because I don't think that shit fucking matters. I don't think it's important, and two, I don't think it doesn't make or break my character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you said, and I didn't take no offense to it. You was like, yo, I just thought you was a square nigga who just had to work out. You feel me? And I didn't take, most niggas would be like, oh, what the fuck you think of? Yeah, nigga, that's cool. Like, you feel me? My mom always told me the smartest person in the room is the person who can pretend the best.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I'm cool with people thinking I'm whatever, until whatever happened. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand it, because if you wouldn't even know B.Y. lived the life you live until you Google him.
Right.
And he just like you.
Right.
He cool. He ain't telling nobody he's
He not telling.
He just was like, but if you play with him,
you gonna see.
Then you gonna wish you never played with him.
Right.
So So I respect it, man. Real gangsters, they not loud, you know.
Yeah, I'm not, and like I said, like, you know, if I was like, but I don't talk about it because I don't feel like it's something that needs to be projected and something that needs to be like promoted for me to feel any kind of way or for somebody else to feel on me. So I keep that shit to the, you know, people who know that was around me around that area know, and people who know me from when they know me, that's just what they know me for. I'm not looking to characterize myself in anybody's eyes like, oh, you think I'm a square? Okay, cool. Oh, nah, nigga, I had gun charges and all this shit. No, nigga, that's for what? I'm cool.
Bro, I did say that literally to him, too. I said, yo, I thought you was just like a square that like to work out. Like, and in a sense, because that's kind of how I live my life. Even though I don't think I'm a square all the way, but I'm definitely not the person you gonna mush or push over.
Right.
You definitely know what I'm saying? Getting that from me.
Yeah, but again, I don't have to go everywhere and be, you know what I'm saying? And for me, honestly, especially being a bigger guy, like, I tend to be more softer. Like, I don't want to walk around doing that shit all day. That shit just causes and brings more problems. Like, that's the energy you give off. Like, I don't want to give that shit off. I'd rather give off, like, come on, man, let's go work out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Let's go get high. Like, that's cool. Yeah, I'd rather be a cool dude than to be, you know, some nigga that everybody trying to fear and all this kind of, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I respect it, man. I respect it. We're going to definitely do it again. And like I said, I appreciate you driving up here. There's a distance to come all the way up here, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Of course, man.